regarding the union,
regarding the other factions calling meetings, talking about elections, and then I placed a call to the assistant minister of culture, and he was like, "Well, I'm not in the know of what's going on." So then I'm telling him that, look, you need to act facts to our letter that was written to you, because these guys are going ahead illegally, collecting money, talking about elections. I mean, there's so many misinformation out there. You need to arrest it. And he said he was at the ministerial complex.
Yeah, the cabinet retreat.
Right. Immediately Monday when he returned to office, he will call all the parties.
This Monday?
This coming Monday.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think we can leave it at that. But my issue is why you guys are not understanding yourselves. You have 3 different groups within a union. Within a union, you have 3 different groups.
Factions, yeah.
So
why is it like that? And you calling yourself professional.
Yeah, professional.
So I think some of the names mentioned.
Yeah.
Brains and older people.
Yeah.
So now how can you now curtail, how can you now arrest this thing that's happening within the union? And good thing is you are the first president of the union.
And I'm surprised you don't ask me the question, my man, how come you still behind it here? After almost 50 years, you're still behind it with the Bruce. Yeah. Well, what are you drinking? Are you crazy? You don't think you think I'm crazy, right?
No, I don't think you're crazy.
Okay, let me clarify. Your point is a very good question.
Yeah.
There's a question here of demographics. There's a question of cultural traditions. There's a question here of generational idiosyncrasies. Some of the comments I'm getting, people are doing it, giving my man, old people, you just move from here. You leave us with our union. This is our union. You need to move from here. Some of you, we've been getting a lot of negative rhetoric, okay, insulting rhetoric, that keeps coming to folks like myself and those of us in this group. We see our role. This group was put together over a year ago when I was in the United States, because I was there doing some stuff, and I said, gee, there's stuff going on at home. I need to be involved in what's going on, and we need to let's see how we can get those of us who are not home to be involved in what's going on the ground in Liberia. And so that's how we came together, start having these meetings. We've had these meetings over more than 12 months now.
Okay.
The reason for the meetings was that we want to help, because guys were complaining about the $5 registration fee. They want to reduce it to $2. And so we in the diaspora, I say the money, and I told them, it's true. Money is hard here. The economy, come on. There are a lot of people don't have jobs. And we want musicians to pay $15, $20. All of these things. So that's how we were thinking. Guess what the perception was here on the ground? These guys think they're coming from America. They try and got keep or they think they're better than us. You see? You see the challenge? Look, and I don't see myself I see myself as a mentor.
Yeah, so you should be now.
I am, but I don't want to be overbearing, and it's so sad that our young folks,
because
we're looking at each other as enemies. We are not enemies.
Yes, we are not. Meg Boy is my man, Elliot, and most of the guys on the other side. What's his name? Mr. Smith. Yeah, but here's the thing: you asked a question. Why has this problem not been resolved?
Exactly. It's over 4 years now.
Good. Joe Boga took over and he's still forming the government. And when you write letter, they say, oh, but this other minister is not confirmed yet, so let's wait and see. But honestly, there should have been a prompt response from the Ministry of Information. All right? Because when we wrote them, we told them that, look, we are not here to fight. So
what do you think the Ministry of Information is not acting promptly?
Some musicians have good relationship with some ministers.
You think so?
That
even you, Isaac Depe,
yes.
You got too many connections.
I agree.
In and out of government.
So I'm telling you from experience what can happen behind the scene. certain ministers want to side with certain group because that has been a problem in Liberia. But honestly, the ministry role is to ensure that the union is moving with the laws that created them. Unfortunately, we do not have a proper constitution and bylaw, and that's where all these problems emanating from.
It's a simple.
So
bedrock of it.
how can a union be formed? You will have to present all of your necessary to
Legal papers, right?
exactly.
Good.
Did you do that? Did you do that with the Ministry of Information?
So here's the thing.
Because you're saying,
I'm coming, right?
uh-huh,
When Griffiths took over,
Mm.
right? Griffiths inherited from the first president and so
Yeah.
forth.
any Bruce?
Yes, they decided to.
Was it Hurricane?
No, it was not a authority.
No.
They decided
I want
to
to-
review the constitution and bring it up to date.
Correct.
Okay.
All right, the Griffiths era, but that did not happen till Semi came over, because at the time I was one of the commissioner on the election commission for semi-elections. We did not have a review or a rectified constitution, so we said, okay, we will table this draft. When whoever wins will set up a committee and call the Musician Union back together and then rectify this draft. Semi didn't do it. All right.
How long? I think Semi stayed in
For
office.
almost 3 years, right?
So where were you then? You could not, hustle him to get it done.
This group, professional musicians, called Semi at his house,
Send me
at
at my house
Bernie's
several
house
times.
with Pushano, most of the guys, and Semi was like,
Is Pushano part of the professional group?
no,
No.
Pushano is not part.
So,
And unfortunately, Semi did not ratify the constitution till his tenure expired. So that's one of the core problem of the musician union right now, because in the absence of law, there is anarchy.
because the reason you say union is coming together,
Yes.
with understanding,
Of course,
with
that's what the word
unity.
means. That's what the word
So
means.
that's union.
Yes.
Like I see where the problem is from, where Liberian musicians are not together, because the crafters, the leadership, before did not hold together, did not do right. So too many things are lagging behind, and we will have to work, seriously and with togetherness to make sure we get there. I was about to ask, the reason Liberian music isn't international as compared to other African countries, this is one of it. Because once I'm musician and I'm succeeding, I don't care about the rest of the folks back here. If the union was together and you have a way to get things done, you see people supporting each other or one another. Well, all of the forcing and fighting the Nigerians can do is still hold on together. To be a good Nigerian musician, you must have a tradition. If you come up with an album, you must have this kind of song to represent the place you are from in Nigeria. So we have that in Nigeria. People say Kolokwa cannot go outside Liberia. All of these things. There are too many things we got to get together. Yeah.
Mr. Kwawa,
Yeah.
That's why government need to step in swiftly to resolve.
Government stepped in.
Wait,
Yeah, but we're having a problem.
He said government stepped in. Government look.
we're talking about right now.
Lawrence,
So he said that the government is still trying to come together. All of the ministers and directors are not yet in office. They are not confirmed. So it takes some time.
No, but the ministers that are responsible for resolving this issue.
All of them in office.
Yeah, they are in office and they have received all
And they
the.
receive communication.
And
We've
as
been
I-
to their office.
And as I said, the assistant minister for cultural affairs
Hmm.
just told me the other day that
Oh, it's Monday.
yes,
But let's say what he told us when we went to his office.
Yeah.
And we presented that letter with the signatures, with the listing of individuals. that-
Who are the signatories to the letter?
Myself,
Hmm.
Kambi.
So those are group, the
see-
professionals. It's a faction
No, wait
of
a
the
minute.
union.
But wait a minute, hold on. Yes, but an irrelevant faction. We are part. People feel that musicians who are not in Liberia are not concerned.
No.
Should be about-
I won't support that. You
Okay,
can't say
good. Okay, so we're not just we feel we are very much a part of what's going on, an integral part. I will not sit back. Listen, Griffiths.
where's Griffiths? Is he here?
Yeah,
Why is he here too?
he should be here. But listen, let me just this is stuff that you don't know.
Okay.
Griffiths and I should be working together like this. Griffiths should not be enabling and supporting this group of young people.
So are you saying he's supporting the other faction?
That's what he's doing. It's no secret. He's telling them how to craft documents. He's authenticating the Constitution. He's doing a lot of stuff. And I'm saying, Cecil, you know what he did? He called me to his office for a meeting. I went to the meeting. I shared our stuff. Griffith stood up and cursed me out in front of Milkman and another young. He cursed me. And he said, you know what? You guys are lucky. I didn't burn all the documents that I have for the union.
Did I hear you say Griffiths is your friend and you supported him?
Big time.
So why you guys don't hold on any longer?
When Griffiths complained to the International Federation of Musicians, FIM, I told him, don't carry our dirty laundry there.
What was his complaint?
About the lack of support from the government.
When did he complain? What time?
Just a few years ago, maybe a few years ago. And I was here. Okay, but make a long story short, FIM came to Liberia. And had a workshop. I was one of the presenters. We brought a guy from South Africa. FIM at that time, Griffiths promised. FIM told the union, now we've been here. You guys must have elections by February next year.
Okay.
It never happened. It never happened. So, but listen, hold on. So for Griffiths to be on the other side now and fighting me, I'm the last person Griffith should be fighting with. It doesn't. You're shaking your head. It doesn't make sense.
So you see, I'm not here to.
And I'm not here. I'm not asking you to take sides. All right.
I'm not taking sides.
This is the facts.
So and because you are one faction, there are another factions, two factions aside from the professional musician.
Of course.
Which you are part of.
Right.
And the other factions.
Right.
And Milkman is the interim leader. So you agree to it. He's your leader.
He's not my leader.
No, he's yours.
No, he's not.
Why?
He's not my leader. You don't understand.
I just told you that
he's not my leader.
The copyright office.
But you're sitting and allowing it to happen.
Oh,
you being the first president of the union. No, you're not going to take laws in your hand. You have vast knowledge of the union. You're one of the creators.
I'm taking it step by step.
I just told you about the meeting at the copyright office. Milkman called to find out why was Tony representing the union when he's the interim president.
They didn't call him; they called Tony.
So that's to tell you that we have a serious leadership crisis. Tony is representing the union at the copyright office while Milkman is
because he's Tony Cabaret.
Of course.
So
that's it. He is Tony Cabaret. How many? Unless you were born in the 90s, 2000s, then you will not know Tony Cabaret.
So that's a problem where we need the government's swift intervention because we don't want to take the laws in our hands.
You're listening to Freedom Radio, and this is the grill. We have two folks here from the Musician Union of Liberia, Professional Musicians of Liberia. Ernie Bruce, who's the first president of the union. He's the former ORC of Liberia Copyright Office. And Isaac S. DePay, who is a member. They've come to give us some facts about the Liberia Music Union. And the show is brought to you by Crime Stoppers Liberia. We're going to take words from Crime Stoppers Liberia. When we come back, we take your calls.
It's about music. There are crimes in many places. In every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hand. Call your authority. Really, you can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us. Bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see a you must talk it. I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own staff, Old Man Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper.
You tune to Freedom Radio. This is The Grill, brought to you by Crime Stoppers Liberia. You're listening to The Grill. We're here until 12:30. Don't forget, keep playing the Freedom Cash giveaway. That's star 799 hash. Select option 11 with $100 Liberian dollars or 70 US cents. You can win $2,500 Liberian dollars or 15 US dollars once you have enough money in your mobile account. So we just come our way. We've got those we've got here as our guests, Annie Bruce, professional Liberian musician, and Isaac SDP, a member of that section of the Musician Union of Liberia. And Annie Bruce is the first president of the Musician Union of Liberia. He has come with Isaac DePay to give us insight, reasons why we are lagging behind with the union. So if you have been listening, you want to participate, call us on 0776 104 104 0776 104 104 0865000104 0865000104. That number is also on the WhatsApp for you outside Liberia, plus 23186 5000104 and 0770297016 0770297016. And ask your question in case we are discussing something about the union you want to know. Good thing we have the first president of the music union here with us. He's Ernie Bruce, and he is a member of the professional musicians. Let's take this caller here. Hello. Oof, the caller is off the line. 0776 104 104 0865000104 0770297016 plus 23186 5000104. Hello, how are you? Man, your radio too loud. No. If your radio is loud like that, we'll cut you off. Give me a feedback. Okay, it's better.
I know I'm calling for crying.
Yeah, welcome to the show. Let's hear you.
Okay. This one is going down to Mr. Eddie Bruce.
Ernie. E-R-N-I-E. Ernie Bruce. Yeah, he's listening.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Bruce, how did you be the first president for the Liberian? I want to know what are some of your achievements.
So he said initially he said he did not do much because of the war. The union was created or formed before the war, around in 1988.
3 months before the war.
3 months before the war.
So because then when they took over at the music union, our musicians are going over. They are all in Africa, in China. But when you were there, we never have things. So I want to know.
Thank you, Chief.
But you were around.
Hello. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for the program.
Okay.
Yeah. I really want to know this union, is it only restricted to a secular? Is it a secular union?
No. Gospel, just the music union. I mean the musicians, every musician of Liberia is part of the union. Yep.
Thank you. Because some of we are gospel musicians.
Well, you heard the people say Canvi Adams is part of the professional musicians.
Yeah. Okay. Some of us we really want to see ourselves going forward in the music game, man. With the way our friends, music are playing on YouTube. Anyway, so just imagine how feeling with one guy in Nigeria. He's an artist too, but when he and I was chatting, I told you that I'm an artist and I was artist like doing too. But then, which website your song on? But I couldn't give you any website.
The musicians are together right now, so that's a website you gotta hold on small.
Okay, we just pray that things will go better, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for the program. Thank you for the program.
Thank you too. Hello. Hello. How are you? Welcome to the grill.
Good
Good morning.
Good
Welcome, Isaac.
I'm telling you guys around the Facebook meeting
All right, go
at
ahead.
my Jerusalem. So, all of that, I want to thank you to you and I have a still guest for the conversation. Because it's a welcome thing for some of us hearing the founder and creator of the Laban Music of US.
Yep.
So, like this, some people, when you were saying it, I was following the video of my brother. He also a follower of Laban Music. So he said some of these guys who are in studio, they are the talking of the day, Laban Music. So I disagree with him because of that. So I want to ask him, if what he said, my brother said, I want to ask him, what was his contribution to the Laban Music industry as a past president that we can point out today and say, even though he tried to escape some of these things, saying that it was really war and thing, but
Okay.
just me, it was really war, but he was still, like I said, the president, he still in that capacity.
Okay,
So what
Isaac.
are some of the things that today we can point out and say, oh yeah, this individual doing that some of these things come out that is so looking for our musician today.
All right, Isaac. He's listening.
All of the things that you have given that it was really war.
He's gonna respond. He's listening. Thank you, Isaac. Enjoy your day. Keep listening. Okay, call us on 0776104104, 086500104, and 0770297016. We'll take like 3 more calls. We'll go back to our studio guest to respond to your concerns right here on the grill. Hello.
Yes,
The afternoon time or morning time, sir? Let me check.
We stay in the morning.
Morning. Go ahead.
yeah, when it comes to the music industry in the Republic, it's kind of actually we have disadvantages.
But everything you have is an advantage and disadvantage, Chief.
Yeah. And some of these things we observe as a Liberian as many when it comes to the disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a fixed budget. There's no budget allocated to the music, industry to operate. Yeah. I'm actually want to know what those enthusiasms have been built for our local artists coming up, for those artists that already reached their peak. What are those things they've been doing to also improve the musical industry? Because it's like me, myself, and I. When I'm not to the top, I don't want to see anybody to the top.
Okay.
But I can tell you for free, other people are actually able to get happy hands with the level of Sama Ali, Kaduri Adam, Julie Adam, people, these are reputable names in our music industry that can actually give him a back from the government. When you go to Nigeria, you go to Ghana, you will see artists getting happy hands. Are you aware of the
My man, that one, tell me what you said that helping here. You're not forced to do it, you're just helping. So so just leave it. You if you ask about budget, something set aside by government for the union, that will make sense.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Equally so people as a musician, if you reach certain amount, you have to give back to it.
Yeah.
Right? You have to give back. So in giving back, you also benefit.
Okay, Chief. Thank you. Thank you so much. We'll take 2 more calls here. 0770-297-016, 086500104. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning. How are you?
I'm good. Abraham White, Cole Jr., and I joined this conversation from Balkan in a bus.
Welcome, Abraham White Cole.
Okay. I would like to understand why musicians do registration on the music year, and secondly, the underground musicians don't have the opportunity to benefit from those registrations that they are doing. And they affect our music industry. Meaning, because some musicians do that registration,
And you ask question, huh?
Even on show.
Hello? You ask a question, right?
Yeah.
So you will listen for the people to address your question.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't ask question if you're complaining again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll take one more call. If you're outside Liberia, you want to participate, +231-865-00104. 086500104 0776-104-104 and 0770-297-016 is the number to call. We'll take the last caller yet. Good morning.
Yeah.
How are you, boss? Go ahead. Your name? Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, right now, I'm going to do that.
Sit down.
I said, I'm going to do that.
So last Saturday, somebody asked me that question. I said, ask the people. That isn't for me, that question. Ask them.
Okay.
All right. Hello? Amen. Okay, we're not going to take any more of your calls. Thank you ever so much for calling. We're now going to go to our guest to respond to your inquiries. So, Mr. Former President, Ernie Bruce, you listen to some of the callers?
Yeah, I think
Go ahead.
the one question that keeps coming up, and I must answer, what did you do? What did we accomplish? You were first president.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
You were first president. So what did you do? And I've said, in the 3 months when all hell broke loose, and I had to leave by overland and, go through Serbia and go back to America. And a lot of people, not just people.
So within the period of the 3 months, what did you do? Even if you did a small thing, you got to let the people know what you did.
Look, you want me to recollect what I did 3 months, 50 years ago? Is that what you're asking me to do? No. Okay. Do we have records, documents on all the stuff we did when we formed? No.
So the ones you have record on.
I don't have those records. And you know who should have those records? Cecil Griffiths.
Okay.
He inherited all this, but I'm going to get back.
So you were the president.
Yes.
You stirred your feds. You can remember some of the things you did. Even if that one you can remember, it can keep you on track.
Your question, what you're looking for, to place blame on me as the first president, and nothing has happened, is baseless.
No, but Ernie,
It's completely
Ernie. All right. So, for example, I am the president of the Liberia Barbarian and Cosmetology Union, right? Just the fact that you build consensus with other musicians for the establishment of the musician union is in itself a very good legacy.
Yeah, but I want to also point out to you,
but you couldn't continue because of the war. So
we didn't have a union.
That's a foundation.
We didn't have a union. We enrolled people. We had an enrollment list. We had a group of people, and that's how this whole history started. And I'll take credit for it. I can't tell you we built a building, we did this, we did that. No, it didn't happen. Okay, but what really happened is that we formed the union. I'll take credit for that.
Okay.
Now let me just address the question these young people ask.
Go ahead, Chief.
What have you been doing? Look, I came back home and I recognized that I'm a musician. I've got all this education. I have a graduate degree and all this stuff. But am I going to continue to live in an environment where there's pollution all over the place? Piracy everywhere. It looks like it's normal. And don't do anything, don't get involved. That's where I've been involved. The work I did at Copyright would have directly benefited every musician in this country all the way into the future. And that was about setting up the Collective Management Organization, CMO. The CMO, what it does, the CMO bills everybody in the country, including your station, for using music. This is something that goes, and you will report to the CMO whose music you played over a period of time. All of this information is tabulated. The information is calculated, and every artist in the country is given remuneration based on the use of his or her music during that period of time. That's the kind of system we were about to set up. We were on the verge of setting up. We had money set aside for it. That's what Nigeria is doing. That's why it's so successful. That's why Nigeria and music was able to help to boost the GDP of that country after the data.
So at that time, was it ready at that time?
What you mean?
Yeah, the CMO where you have to set up a system and.
You mean when I worked at copyright?
Mhm.
Well, you want to? I tell you what happened.
What happened?
Same Liberian musicians. People come in and we're setting up we're doing all this. We have people from South Africa. We're doing all the work, setting up the infrastructure, the organizational structure, all of the things that we need to do, writing the budget and setting up a quarterly. There were a couple of individuals in the musician union who were bent on being officers in the CMO. You can't distribute funds in a system where you are one of the beneficiaries of those funds. You get me?
I'm getting you.
So I resigned. I left. I wrote the president a letter and said, Madam President, I'm sorry, because they were going around castigating my name as if to say, and all we were doing was setting up a system that would benefit every musician in this country, every productive musician in this country, and it would also set up reciprocal arrangements with other countries where you use Liberian music, you pay. Liberian music, use your music in the country, Liberians will pay. And so we become a part of the comedy of nations. Right now, we are outlaws. Super Sound, you ever hear the name Super Sound? Kawani Brothers? This place was the biggest transshipment of illegal cassettes in the world, right here in Liberia. During the time, during the 80s. Okay, it was in the midst of all that stuff that I became president. So the focus then was to try, how do we combat this stuff? So people are asking, what did I do? What did I accomplish? We formed the union. That's a huge accomplishment.
So you are saying you're trying to set up a system, but then because of the war, that system and
No, that system, the CMO system I'm telling you about, is recent.
Okay, it's recent, and you have people trying to, let's say they're trying to bypass the system.
Not bypass, but they're putting pressure on me to give them positions in the CMO.
To benefit.
Yeah, to benefit when they're already automatically beneficiaries. If you're a musician,
it's like double dipping.
There you go. There you go.
So the call said, you to become a musician, you have to do registration and pay other bills or other taxes. So what the tax that you will pay? How's it going to affect, the upcoming artists?
No, right now, until we resolve the leadership crisis that is ongoing, we cannot encourage any member to pay stuff, because what are you paying to? Because there's not a leadership in place, so it's better that we resolve the leadership crisis issue. Then
so after Monday, we shall have met the minister. You tell us when your election and all that.
Well, we're very hopeful. We're very hopeful.
Okay.
That commerce, not commerce, that
information
and labor will step up to the plate and really do something to bring these two groups together. This is a simple issue. This is not rocket science. It's not that complicated. Come on. It's a constitution that's there. We all have access to these documents. Let's sit down. Let's regularize it.
But Isaac always complained. He said, in the constitution you have now, there's still an issue with the constitution currently.
It's not rectified. So what that means is...
So how can you go to election if you have
that's
the
constitution?
That'll be done before election.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the first thing.
Done. And that's what we're asking.
All right.
One of the three things we're asking, the 3 points.
So we wrote the ministry, both labor and information, requesting one, that the two ministry put a halt to all those illegally representing the union. For example, Tony is representing the union.
Milkman
is representing the union. All of that has to stop. That's the first thing. The ministry took over and we rectified the constitution, all right, and adopted, and it is our working tools. Then set up an election timetable where anybody who meet all the requirements in the constitution can run. After that, we have a leadership.
So what's the requirement?
So we have to rectify the constitution first.
It'll be inherent in there.
Yes. So the requirements will be in the constitution that we have ratified.
Okay.
Yes. So when that is done now, then we can go to election.
20 minutes past 11 o'clock. We've got this program, the Freedom Cash giveaway. You want to participate to win $2,500 Liberian dollars. Don't forget, you need to have the mobile money account with money on it. With 100 LD, you can, Yeah, dial star 799 hash to let 11 play or 70 US cents, star 799 hash, and play to win $2,500 Liberian dollars or 15 US dollars. So we can take like three more calls. 0776 104 104 0776 104 104 0886 500 104 0886 500 104 and 0770 0770 and talk to Annie Bruce, a professional Liberian musician who is by history the first president of the Liberia Music Association. I said MULA, Musician Union of Liberia. What are they there for?
The LA stands for Liberia.
So
Also,
That was the original name.
yeah, I think
Mula.
that was before LIB.
Okay.
You know, it was after the war that LIB came to prominence.
Yeah.
The war LIB.
Yeah.
But I think it was LA. I don't know.
Mula.
But LBR, Liberia is LBR. It's not even LIB.
Yes,
It's
right. LBR. That's
Yeah.
correct. That's
Yeah.
correct.
LBR.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So we're waiting for your calls in case you want to participate. We're taking music break. Yeah, we're gonna take music here. I'm gonna play something from KZ. I was trying to find something from Tony Cabadell,
Oh.
Fatu Gavelo. So,
Oh,
but let's take it from KCW first. KCW and Star Pop,
I
Bob
know
Minty,
person from Jensen Christ.
my man Lee Jenny Christ.
Silly when you come into my life and you bring a lot of change, wanna do a lot of say, a lot of feel, a lot of things, baby. Feels like I knew nothing, but you make me see something. You make me see that love is a spiritual thing, and it don't cost a thing. Me and you love on this I can thing, and you make me feel angry. I'm girl from Benji there, you my people, you I swear. Close your eyes, let me give you the backman thing where will make you see. Wanna give you the backman thing where will make you say. Oh, where will make you say. She say, ooh, I love your body too, with the man number, I wanna fuck you right there. Some cloud, Catamela, Mama Mayo, Mama Mila, some cloud, Catamela, Mama Mayo, Mama Mila. Yeah, do you want my thing, give you melody, I want to feel my big man thing, give me energy, some cloud, Catamela, Mama Mia, Mama Mia, some cloud, Catamela, Mama Mia, Mama Mia. I will make you feel, wanna give you the backman thing, wanna make you sound. Wanna make you sound. You make me wanna break down. To show you I trust you, I get to you wrong. I got no vacancy. Yeah, you are nobody. Yeah, I brought the gang with me. Isn't about that was standing TV. Makila, Makatamela, Mama Mia, Mama Mila, Makila, Karamela, Mama Mia, Mama Mia, some Makila, Makatamela, Mama Mia, Mama Mia, some Makila, Makatamela, Mama Mia, Mama Mia. I can't let you go.
Mr. Bruce, I played the Crime Stoppers awareness song, and you praised the artist, musical. So you want to tell us the music, the differentiation between the musicians now from the ones before?
Well,
Looking at
well, the major difference that we have today is that the presence of technology.
okay,
Technology is so. I mean, my first recording here when I came back in the '80s was done, mastered at Tony Cabaret's studio. He had a studio.
yeah, I remember that.
And he had an 8-track studio.
Okay,
And I did the work on a 4-track cassette machine, 4 tracks. I've been to overtime your stuff, and then I went to Tony. He was there not far from Red Light.
Okay.
So today, listen,
Mm,
as a young musician coming up in
mm,
America,
mm,
wanting to make music
Mm.
my main source of income,
mm,
it didn't happen, but I tried. And part of the story is, look, you spend a lot of money, you do recordings. I went to LA, I went to Hollywood. I was carting payment, giving packages to people. I met John Amos, I met Nancy Wilson, all of these things, and stuff didn't happen, so you keep on going,
okay.
you keep on going.
So
And
let's.
but back then,
Mm.
the difference with the musicians today,
Mm.
back then you waited for this big guy in the record company to say you would take your music or not. Today, you record your stuff right in your bedroom
Exactly.
and put it out
Mm.
right now, huh? Right?
Yeah.
That's the difference. Musicians are empowered. You have your.
So that means then you want to know that you're putting up a good record because you spend enough time producing your record. Unlike now, we can just do it at a bike, just do anything.
Well, I mean, look, if I tell you some of the money, one project I spent $15,000. I went to 24-track studio.
Wow.
I mean, so you spend all that kind of money, and somebody tells you, "Well, man, I think your voice is sounding too nice."
So let's listen. So that song is called Badminton. It's by KZW and Star Pop. They are all Liberian artists.
Beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Freedom FM, my number one.
So this is among of us in studio on the grill. We have Liberia's first president of the Musician Union of Liberia, now a member of the Professional Musicians of Liberia. One of the factions. There are three factions. They say they have the Elliot, they have the Graphics. They have the Kabade, yeah, the Elliot, the Kabade, and the Professional Musicians of Liberia. So Isaac Depe and Ernie Bruce are members of the professionals professional musicians of Liberia. They are with us here in the studio. We're talking about the Music Union of Liberia. There is no leadership, according to what they've said. There is this issue about leadership, but before they go to have a leadership, they have to first address the constitutional issue. So they've been talking. They're here. We took calls before. We want to take three more calls. Then we call it a day with them. Call us on 0776 104 104 0776 104 104 0886 500 104 0886 500 104 and 077029 7016 077029 7016. Let's see if we can talk to them. 3 more calls, yes, we want to take. Then we wrap it up on this segment with our guests. But the show ends at 12:30. The show is brought to you by Crime Stoppers Liberia. Crime Stoppers is Ome Samson is the CEO of Crime Stoppers Liberia.
It's about music. There are crimes in many places. In every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hand, call the right authority. Tell it can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human talking, I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sion.
So 0776104104 0886500104 and 0770297016 are the numbers to call to participate on the Grill Freedom Radio 87.9.
Let's stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crimes for all of us.
So, Isaac, why you did not inform people from the other factions of the Union of Liberia? Hello.
Yeah, hello.
How are you? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, I'm Otan Sali, one of the musicians from the Musician Union.
Okay, it's good to have you.
Yeah, our issue is, for me, I would love to appreciate our fathers in the building. But one thing I observe in the unions, major problems is that man called access is one of the major problems.
Who?
Why did you have access back in the he's one of the major problems in the union.
Really?
Why did you have problems with people that are trying to see the welfare of the musician? You want to get rid of them and put no musician in those positions. And it's wrong.
Who you consider? Hello, Chief.
Yeah.
Who you consider non-musicians?
Aziz is one of the non-musicians.
No, not true. Do you know Isaac Depe?
I know Aziz very well.
No, you don't know. Listen. Even though I'm not part of the union, but I know Isaac is a musician. You know the group they call Strength in Christ.
Please, you give me chance.
Go ahead, Chief.
You're the host of the radio station. You give me chance. Let me give my input.
Go ahead.
And whatever you bring.
I just gotta make something clear. Go ahead.
Look at the kind of stuff they try to be. Look at the decision they try to be. Why you have professional musicians and other musician unions? Why are you trying to do that? It's all about decisions to bring in the midst of the musician. We all should be one and fight for the same goal.
Sure.
But they're trying to have that set aside so they can fight for their own interest. Why should you have problem with big men? Big men is not doing anything wrong to the musician. They're fighting each other musician. So why should you have them removed and put somebody extra that have no idea about the welfare of the musician units in this country? They want them to spearhead
Hello? Did I hear you say?
We need to stop this.
Did I hear you say,
I
Isaac?
stop this kind of propaganda.
Chief,
We want peace in our union. We want peace and want the union to go forward.
thank you. All right. So Isaac, who the non-musician you want to replace Milkman?
So the guy can lie.
I mean, ask you a question.
No one. We wrote a letter and we didn't even mention Milkman in that letter. 3 things we requested: that the Ministry of Labor and Information put a halt to everything that's going on. 2, ratify the Constitution. Set timetable for election. Simple. Where he coming from, I don't know. I challenge that man. He even musician equal to me.
So you want to sing for the middle year? You sing?
Oh,
No, I want you play my song now. You better.
Hello. How are you? Welcome to the grill. Man, you're really too loud, Chief. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
My name is Sion Bach. I'm a violin.
You are?
I'm a musician. Well, now they are union. I'm a violin. I play the violin.
Yeah. Damn, your radio is loud.
Turn your radio down.
Sorry. They are taking the fire away.
Yeah.
Yeah, please do, man.
Yeah, there's a Bruce there. He's my friend. He knows me very well. And he and myself work together at Cafe.
Who?
I can't pay National Academy of Music at one point in time.
Good morning.
Okay.
Good morning.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm a violinist, but what I want to go for is that you have already make the music and they don't get the money. The parents in the street are those that make the money. So I don't know what are those things that the union are putting into place
So
to
right,
curtail some of these things.
so right now the union cannot address that because
No
there's-
leadership.
Yeah, no leadership until they can have a leadership that issue you have will be addressed, but not now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome.
We can take 2 more calls. 0776 0776 104 0886 500 104 0770 297 016. Hello?
Yeah, I'm Udan Salif again, and I want to correct one thing there. There's a leadership, we got active leadership, registration is ongoing. Artists to stop misleading people. We got leadership, active leadership, and the registration is ongoing. Musicians are registering their name. Artists should stop lying to the public. There's an active leadership, and
Who?
Milkman is the active
Hello,
active
Chief.
chairman.
Are you the spokesperson?
I'm saying it's misleading the public. There's a registration ongoing. When you say that there's no leadership, there's a leadership, we got active leadership, and that's Milkman is the active leadership of the union for now.
Okay.
Stop misleading the public.
Okay. Thank you. So, Mr. Bruce, Mr. Dippy, you heard the man. The registration is ongoing. There is an active leadership. So you guys came and said there is no leadership and blah 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 blah. So where are we?
I think we're not understanding each other. I think the gentleman does not understand the crux of the issue.
Okay.
The crux of the issue is that the persons who have said they're leaders, Cabadet and now Milkman, are not legitimate leaders. They're not. And
But yeah, where they acting?
we're not claiming that the professional musicians don't want to be leaders. We're not claiming to be leaders. We want to see things done right. So
Do you agree that the acting? There's an acting leadership?
the leadership right now is illegal.
No, Lawrence. Can I play a 5-second audio of the guy from the copyright?
Yeah, go ahead.
Good. So listen to this, right?
That's why we will continue to do all we can ourselves. Taking over this position, I see the industry as my place to be. Therefore, I'm going to give my all until you give me the reason to tell my back. And one of those reasons will be you not supporting your team. And with that, ourselves and Mr. Kabagan in our own meetings, we are the very happy. But I'm not going to tell I told him as I was simply going on and there. I will deal with that to the very reason to believe that they are not legitimate. And it's not okay. We are about to go for election. So I'm happy that I can hear of this, that the election is very.
But what I understood, the man said,
Did you hear that?
Student Cabaret will have to give him a reason.
No, that was Milkman who called.
Oh, okay.
Milkman called him and said, but why
Oh,
are you
okay.
allowing Tony Kabade to represent the union? He said, no, but when I inherited this position as executive director, I met Tony Kabade.
Okay.
So you see the crisis. Tony Kabade, on one hand, is representing the union at several functions. Milkman then coming in and say, oh no, we're the new people, you work with us. So that whole thing about musician registering is a scam. The reason it's a scam, the Ministry of Labor and Ministry of Information have not validated their leadership structure. Until we can ratify the Constitution, they have no legitimacy, honestly. And the reason why we say that they have no legitimacy, when semi-tenure expire, the union should go to election, right? The union has not go to election. And there is nothing in any document that say,
so who takes the leadership, or who takes the union to election if once tenure expires?
The letter we wrote say, first, Labor Ministry and Information Ministry should take charge of everything.
How was it before? Because I think when the tenure time is expiring, there should be an election commissioners or commission
Absolutely
to set up
that's why
date and everything for the election.
That's why democracy called for. Every constitution around the world set tenure for leadership. By the time that tenure is about to expire, you set up a structure that will bring in a transition. So they did not go by that. What we have right now is just strong men, high men, passing all around, say whether you like it or not, I am.
That's right.
So you consider Milkman and Tony Kabade as a high-headed man?
Once you don't go by
stuff
democratic tenets,
and we just
that's why all around the world, so that's why strong and high men, can
So you see, this is why I said from the get-go that I will blame Mr. Bruce.
No, you can't blame Mr. Bruce.
So he's not alone.
No, you
Mr.
cannot.
Bruce,
No.
Graphics.
No,
There's a pattern. There's a system.
Mr. Bruce wrote the Ministry of Labor.
You formed the union. You should know the terrain.
Mr. Kwawa, you cannot say that. Mr. Bruce wrote his signature. Mr. Bruce, we went to the Ministry of Labor. We met the minister's special assistants, and they told us that the trade union affair minister was going to take charge. Up to present, we have not heard from them.
We don't have enough time to continue. We hope we can find time where we have people from all sides, the three factions, to come and we can talk this.
And we hope that something will happen that will make that unnecessary.
So
in other words, that before we see you again, we probably would have resolved this issue.
No, but we can put up a challenge.
Maybe 2 Saturdays from now, I'm ready to host you.
At that time, you'll see where we're at, and we can update you, right? And
because I think we have not done the other two factions a justice.
Okay.
We have not done justice to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that all the representatives of each of the group come.
So
So
I'm not going to call. You can go and discuss it. You come on the radio, and we talk about it.
It's an open challenge to them if they're listening.